You smell it before you see it. That metallic, almost sweet burn cutting through the Saturday night air. The kitchen light is still on at 11 p.m., and Mama's at the stove, but she's not cooking. The blue flame flickers underneath that iron comb, the one with the wooden handle wrapped in a dish rag because it gets too hot to hold. The teeth glow orange for just a second, then she pulls it back, tests it on a piece of newspaper. The paper sizzles brown, that sound, that specific hiss. If you grew up in a black household in the 70s or early 80s, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because tomorrow is Sunday. And Sunday wasn't just another day. Sunday was the day. The day you represented. The day your family's dignity walked through those church doors in patent leather shoes and pressed cotton, hair laid so smooth it caught the light coming through the stained glass. But before the glory came the ritual. And that ritual started with fire, grease, and a prayer that she wouldn't burn your ear. See, people today don't understand what it took to get ready for church back then. They think we were just getting dressed. No, what we did was transform. We took what society told us was nappy and manageable and turned it into art. We took shoes bought once, maybe twice a year, and made them shine like they were brand new every single Sunday. We took hand-me-down dresses and starched them so crisp they could stand up on their own. This wasn't vanity. This was armor. And it all started Saturday night, in a hot kitchen, with the smell of burning hair grease floating through the house like incense before the real incense at church tomorrow. Let me take you back. Let me walk you through that Saturday night into Sunday morning. Because what we're really talking about isn't just hair or shoes or hats. We're talking about a level of preparation, of intentionality, of respect that's almost gone from this world. We're talking about when looking your best wasn't optional, it was spiritual. So sit back, close your eyes if you need to, and let that smell of blue magic hair grease and hot metal comb take you home. Let's start with the centerpiece, that hot comb. It wasn't some fancy cheap flat iron you plug into the wall. It was a heavy piece of black metal with a wooden handle, passed down or bought from the beauty supply for maybe $3. The teeth were narrow and close together, designed to grab every strand and pull it straight through heat and tension. You kept it in a drawer with the hair grease, the edge control that didn't exist yet, and maybe a rat tail comb for parting. But here's what made it dangerous. There was no temperature control. Mama or grandma or auntie, whoever was doing hair that night had to feel it. Too cold and it wouldn't straighten. Too hot and it would fry your hair clean off, leave it smelling like a burnt match for days. There was this test they'd do. Touch the comb to a piece of newspaper, or sometimes a white rag. If it turned brown, it was ready. If it caught fire, it was too hot. If nothing happened, keep it on the flame a little longer. The skill was generational, passed down. You didn't learn it from YouTube tutorials. You learned it from watching. From feeling your own scalp get too close to that heat and learning the exact angle to hold your head so it wouldn't happen again. And the smell, Lord, the smell. It wasn't just burnt hair. It was the hair grease burning that royal crown, that blue magic, that Dax wave and groom mixing with the natural oils in your hair and creating this thick, sweet, almost chemical scent that clung to the kitchen curtains and your church clothes hanging on the door and your nostrils until Monday morning. Some people hated it, but most of us? That smell meant Sunday was coming. It meant we were about to be clean. It meant Mama cared enough to stay up late and make sure we looked right. You couldn't hot comb without grease. Dry hair would snap like twigs, so before the heat came the preparation. The jar would come out, usually a squat blue jar of blue magic, or sometimes the red and white can of Royal Crown hair dressing. You'd hear the lid twist off with that satisfying pop, and inside was this thick petroleum-based pomade that smelled like, I don't even know how to describe it. Mineral oil and lanolin and some kind of perfume that was trying to be coconut, but wasn't quite. It was its own thing. A smell that existed only in black bathrooms and kitchens across America. Mama would scoop out a fingerful and warm it between her palms, then work it through your hair in sections. You'd be sitting on a kitchen chair, or on the floor between her knees if you were small, with a towel around your shoulders. She'd part your hair with the rat tail comb straight lines, precise like she was drawing a map on your scalp. Each section got greased. Each section got combed through with the regular comb first, to detangle. And you'd better not cry. You'd better not whine. Because she was doing this for you. She was giving up her Saturday night could then been watching the Jeffersons or Sanford and Son to make sure you didn't walk into church looking raggedy. That was the word. Raggedy, The worst thing you could be called. It meant you didn't care. It meant your people didn't care. And we did care. So you sat still, you took the grease. You felt it coat your scalp, slick and heavy, and you knew it was working. You knew that by tomorrow morning, when the light hit your hair in church, it was going to shine. The location of the ritual mattered. If you were old enough, big enough, you sat in a kitchen chair. One of those vinyl padded ones with the chrome legs, or a wooden chair from the dinette set. A towel over your shoulders. Maybe newspaper on the floor beneath you to catch the flakes of burnt grease and loose hair. But if you were young 5, 6, 7, you sat on the floor, between Mama's knees. Or Grandma's. She'd be in her chair, the good chair, the one with the cushion, and you'd be down there, cross-legged, trying not to move. Her knees would frame your head, keep you steady. You'd stare at the TV across the room, or at the pattern on the linoleum floor, counting tiles to distract yourself from the heat that was about to come. This was intimacy. This was trust. You were putting your head, your hair, the thing society had already told you was wrong, into someone's hands, and they were going to fix it. Not because it needed fixing, but because the world said it did, and Sunday was the day we showed the world we could meet its standards and exceed them. There was talking during this, soft talking. Gossip, sometimes. Sister Johnson was at the store today, looking rough. Or advice, when you get older, you gotta learn to do this yourself. Or just humming. Mama humming a hymn she'd sing tomorrow. His eye is on the sparrow. Precious Lord. The same songs that would fill the church. She was already singing them now, at 11 p.m., with a hot comb in her hand. Before the comb touched your head, it touched the newspaper, always, without fail. This was the safety check. Mama would pull the comb from the flame, hold it up to the light for a second checking the glow, then press it flat against a piece of newspaper laid out on the counter. If the paper browned slowly, it was good. If it browned instantly, almost black, she'd wave the comb in the air a few times to cool it. If it caught fire, and sometimes it did, she'd blow it out quick, curse under her breath, and start over. This wasn't written down anywhere. This wasn't in a manual. This was knowledge. Practical survival-level knowledge. Because a too-hot comb could burn your scalp, scar your forehead, or fry your hair to the point where it just broke off in chunks. And we didn't have money for extra trips to the salon. We didn't have money for mistakes, so the newspaper test was law. And the newspaper itself? Usually the Jet magazine from last week or the Sunday paper from church. News about the community. News about black folks doing something good or something tragic. And here it was being used as a heat gauge. There was something poetic about that, even if we didn't think about it at the time. Then it happened. The first pass of the hot comb through your hair. You'd feel the heat before it touched you. The air around the comb was hot. You'd smell it, that sharp metallic, greasy smell intensifying. And Mama would say, "Hold still now. Don't move," her voice calm but firm. Because if you moved, if you jerked your head, that's when you got burned. The comb slid in at the root. You felt the warmth on your scalp, close but not touching. She'd pull it through slow, steady, with tension. The hair would straighten as it passed through the teeth, transforming from coil to silk in one motion. It was alchemy. It was magic. But it was also dangerous. If the comb tilted, if it touched your scalp, you felt it. A sharp, hot sting. Not quite a burn, but a warning. And you'd flinch, just a little, and Mama would say, "I told you to hold still." Not mean, just matter of fact. This was the price of beauty. This was the price of being presentable, and you'd straighten back up. Tilt your head the way she needed. And she'd keep going, section by section. Root to tip. The kitchen getting hotter, the smell getting thicker. Your neck starting to ache from holding the same position. But you didn't complain. Because tomorrow, when you walked into church, people were going to notice. "Oh, she did your hair. It looks nice." That's what they'd say, and you'd feel proud. Not because straight hair was better, but because it meant someone took the time. Someone cared. Then came the edges, the kitchen, the baby hairs, whatever you want to call them. This was the most delicate part of the whole operation. The hair at your temples and the back of your neck is finer, softer, easier to burn. And it's also the hair that people see. If your edges weren't laid, if they were still nappy, while the rest of your head was straight, people noticed. It looked unfinished, so Mama would take extra time here. She'd test the comb again, make sure it wasn't too hot. Then she'd gently pull the comb along your hairline. You'd feel the heat so close to your skin it was almost unbearable. You close your eyes, hold your breath, pray she didn't slip. Sometimes she did, not badly, just a little nick. A tiny burn on your forehead, right at the hairline, that would scab over by Monday. We all had them, little badges of Sunday preparation. You'd cover it with baby powder or mama's foundation before church. No one would know, but you knew. And it was a reminder, beauty has a cost. But when she got it right, when those edges were smooth and laid flat, when you could run your finger along your hairline and feel nothing but silk, it was worth it. You looked done, polished, like you just stepped out of a salon, even though you never left the kitchen. By the time she finished your hair, the whole house smelled like burnt hair grease. It wasn't unpleasant, exactly. It was just strong. It was in the curtains, in the couch cushions, in your church clothes hanging on the back of the door. You'd wake up Sunday morning and it was still there, faint but present, like the ghost of last night's work. And when you walked into church, you'd smell it on other people too, especially the kids. You'd all have that same smell-hot comb and hair grease and dedication. It was a secret language, a shared experience. Oh, you got your hair done last night too. You didn't have to say it. You just knew. The adults smelled different. They used different products. The women who went to the salon on Saturday smelled like setting lotion and Aqua Net. The ones who did their own hair at home smelled like Us Hot Comb and Blue Magic. But we all smelled like effort, like we tried. And that was the point. Now, the shoes. Let's talk about the shoes. You got new church shoes maybe once a year. Maybe. If money was good, if mama got a tax refund, if someone in the family had a good month, then you got new shoes. And they weren't just any shoes. They were church shoes. Patent leather. Shiny, with a strap across the top and a little buckle. For girls, they were Mary Janes. For boys, they were hard-soled Oxfords, stiff and uncomfortable. That would take weeks to break in. You didn't wear these shoes anywhere else. Not to school. Not to play. Not to the corner store. These were only for church. And funerals. And maybe a special family photo. That was it. Because they cost money. Not a lot by today's standards, but back then, $15, $20 for a pair of kids' shoes was a decision. That was groceries. That was a light bill. So when mama bought them, she bought them big. You'll grow into them, she'd say, and you would. You'd stuff tissue paper in the toes the first few Sundays. Walk a little funny, but by the end of the year, they'd fit perfect. Right before you outgrew them completely. But the care we took of those shoes, Lord, the care! Every Saturday night after hair was done, the shoes came out. They lived in the closet, usually in their box if you still had it, or wrapped in a plastic grocery bag to keep the dust off. Daddy or Mama or whoever was in charge of shoes would bring them out and line them up on newspaper in the living room. Everyone's shoes. The whole family's, like soldiers ready for inspection. Then came the polish. The round tin of kiwi shoe polish black for most shoes, sometimes cordovan brown for Daddy's, a old t-shirt rag. And a brush. The horsehair brush that had been in the family for years, bristles worn soft. Daddy would open the tin. That smell waxy, chemical, earthy. He'd dip the rag in, scoop out a little polish, and start working it into the leather in small circles. Slow, methodical. You'd watch him, mesmerized. The dull, scuffed leather would start to darken, to shine. He'd do the whole shoe, let it sit for a minute, then buff it with the brush. Fast, rapid strokes. The brush making that whip 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 sound against the leather. And when he was done, that shoe would shine. I mean shine. You could see your face in it. The patent leather shoes didn't need as much work. They were naturally glossy, but they still got wiped down with a damp cloth, then dried, then buffed. No scuffs. No dust. No fingerprints. This wasn't just about looking good. This was about respect. You were walking into God's house. You were representing your family. You were showing the world that even if you were poor, even if you lived in the projects, even if your shoes were a year old and a size too big, you took care of what you had. You had pride. If you were really blessed, you had white church shoes for summer, white patent leather, or white canvas. Either way, they were a problem, because white shows everything. Every scuff. Every dirt mark. Every blade of grass stain from when you forgot and wore them outside for just a second. Mama would see it and her face would drop. I told you those were church shoes. Now look at them, and you'd have to clean them. With a toothbrush. With baking soda paste. With soft scrub. With whatever it took to get them white again. It was a losing battle. By August, those white shoes were off-white at best. Cream, beige, vintage, if we're being generous. But every Saturday night you tried, you scrubbed. You buffed, you prayed they'd look white in the church light. And sometimes they did. Sometimes the light coming through those stained glass windows hit them just right, and they looked new again. And you'd sit in the pew, legs swinging, not letting your feet touch the floor, trying to keep them clean for as long as possible. The dress, the suit, the outfit. If the shoes were bought once a year, the church clothes might have been bought even less. Or they were hand-me-downs. A dress that belonged to your older sister. A suit your cousin outgrew. Clothes from the church clothing drive. Or, if you were lucky, something new from Sears or J.C. Penney, bought on layaway and picked up just in time for Easter. But new or old, those clothes got treated. Saturday night, after the hair and the shoes, Mama would pull out the ironing board. The iron-heavy metal, the kind you filled with water, would heat up on the stove or plug into the wall. She'd sprinkle water on the dress or use a spray bottle, then press. The steam would rise. The wrinkles would disappear. The fabric would go flat and crisp. If it was a cotton dress, she'd starch it. That liquid starch in a spray bottle, or sometimes the powder you mix with water. She'd spray it on, iron it in, and that dress would be so stiff it could stand up on its own. It would crinkle when you moved, but it looked clean. It looked new. Even if it was 5 years old and had been worn by 3 different kids, it looked new. Under the dress? A slip, always a slip, white nylon with lace at the hem. It made the dress hang better. It kept the dress from clinging to your tights. And it was another layer of properness. Another sign that you knew how to dress. That you came from a home where people cared about the details. You didn't wear the slip any other time. Just Sundays. And it got washed by hand in the sink, hung to dry, and folded carefully in a drawer until next week. Because you only had 1, maybe 2 if you were really doing well. And if you didn't have a slip, Mama would make 1. Cut up an old nightgown. Sew a simple shift, because you needed it. It wasn't optional. It was part of the uniform. Tights or stockings if you were grown. For little girls, it was tights. Thick white or cream-colored tights that went up to your waist. They were uncomfortable. They itched. They sagged at the knees by the end of service. But you wore them. Because bare legs in church? Unthinkable. And if you got a run in them, if you snagged them on the pew or the rough sidewalk outside, Mama would fix it with clear nail polish. A dab on the run to stop it from spreading. It didn't look great up close, but from a distance you were fine. And distance was all that mattered in church. The people in the back couldn't see your knees. For the older girls and women, it was pantyhose. Legs in the plastic egg. Now we come to the glory, the pinnacle, the crown jewel of Sunday morning preparation, the church hat. If you were a woman, especially if you were a grown woman, a mother, a grandmother, you didn't just go to church. You went to church in a hat. And not just any hat. A church hat, wide-brimmed, elaborately decorated, feathers, silk flowers, netting, ribbons, rhinestones. The brim tilted just so. The whole thing pinned to your head with a hat pin, a long, dangerous, decorative spike that also served as a weapon if anyone got too close. The hat matched the outfit. Or coordinated with it. Cream dress, cream hat with gold accents. Purple suit, purple hat with a lavender flower. This wasn't random. This was planned. Women would buy their Easter outfit in January and spend the next 3 months finding the perfect hat to go with it. And the hats served a purpose beyond fashion. They were a statement, a declaration. I am here. I am present. I am a woman of God, and I take this seriously. The bigger the hat, the more serious you were, the more you'd lived, the more you'd survived. Grandmothers had the biggest hats. Wide, dramatic, impossible to see around if you were sitting behind them. And no one complained, because those hats had earned their size. Those women had earned their space. They'd raised children, buried husbands, survived Jim Crow. If they wanted to wear a hat the size of a satellite dish to church, they could. And we just leaned to the side to see the pastor. And those hats didn't just get thrown in the closet. No, they lived in hat boxes. Round, sturdy cardboard boxes with lids. Sometimes with a handle. The hat would nest inside on a bed of tissue paper to keep its shape, to protect the feathers, to make sure the brim didn't get crushed. And when it was time to go to church, the hat came out of the box, gently, carefully, placed on the head and pinned in place. The box would go back in the closet, waiting for next Sunday. Some women had 10, 15 hats. A different hat for every season, every occasion, and they rotated them. Never wore the same hat 2 weeks in a row if they could help it. Because people noticed. People commented, "Oh, I love that hat. Is it new?" And even if it was 10 years old, you'd smile and say, "Oh, this old thing. Thank you." The men had it easier, but not easy. A suit, a tie, a dress shirt, dress shoes. That was the uniform. And just like the women, you didn't wear this outfit anywhere else. This was church. This was serious. Daddy's suit was old. He'd had it for years, maybe since before you were born. The pants were a little shiny at the knees from being pressed so many times. The jacket was a little snug around the middle because he'd put on weight since he bought it, but it was clean. It was pressed. And he wore it with pride. The shirt got special treatment. Starched. Pressed. The collar had to be perfect, no wrinkles, no fold marks. The cuffs had to be crisp. And if there was any yellowing at the collar or underarms, Mama would treat it with bleach or OxiClean before washing. She'd scrub it with a brush. Whatever it took to keep that shirt white. The tie was the only place for personality, a little color. A little pattern, but nothing too wild. This was church, not a nightclub. So it was usually a solid color, burgundy, navy, forest green, or maybe a subtle stripe. And it had to be tied perfectly, a Windsor knot, symmetrical and tight at the collar. Daddy would stand in front of the bathroom mirror, tying and retying until it was right. The men and boys had their own hair ritual. Simpler than the women's, but just as important. If your hair was short, you got a fresh haircut Saturday afternoon. The barbershop was packed. Everyone had the same idea. You'd wait your turn, then sit in the chair, and the barber would line you up. Sharp edges. Clean fade. Maybe a part shaved into the side if you were feeling stylish. Then, Saturday night or Sunday morning, you'd oil your hair. Not grease like the women. Oil, light oil. Murray's, maybe, or 3 flowers. Just enough to give it a shine, to make it look done. You'd rub a little in your palms, run it through your hair, then brush it. A soft brush, circular motions until your waves laid down smooth. If your hair was longer, if you had an afro, you picked it out. The afro pick with the fist on the handle. You pick it high, shape it round, make sure it was even. Then a little oil to keep it from looking dry. And maybe a light mist of afro sheen if you had it. Either way, your hair was done, you looked clean, sharp, ready, Sunday morning. 10 a.m. Church starts at 11. The whole family is in the bathroom, the hallway, the bedroom, doing final checks. Mama's checking your ears. Did you wash behind your ears? You did, but she's checking anyway. She's looking at your fingernails. Let me see your hands. You hold them out. If there's any dirt, you're going back to the sink. She's adjusting your collar, straightening your tie, pulling up your socks, smoothing down a piece of hair that's sticking up. Hold still. She licks her thumb, presses it to the hair. There, fixed. Daddy's at the mirror, checking his own tie, his shoes. He bends down, spits on his finger, wipes a scuff off the toe of his shoe. Buffs it with his pant leg. Good enough. The baby, if there's a baby, is crying because they don't like their outfit. Too tight. Too itchy. Mama's ignoring the crying, just dressing them anyway. You're gonna be fine. It's only 2 hours. And then the final question. Everybody ready? Everyone nods. We're not coming back. If you forgot something, too bad. And you all head for the door. If church was close, you walked. And that walk was a procession. Everyone on the block saw you. And everyone on the block who was also going to church was dressed the same. So the sidewalk became a fashion show. Women in their hats. Men in their suits. Children in their stiff, uncomfortable shoes, walking carefully so as not to scuff them before they even got to church. People on porches would wave. Morning, y'all look nice. And you'd wave back. Morning, you too. If someone wasn't dressed for church, if they were still in their house clothes or their Saturday night clothes, there was a look. Not a judgmental look, exactly, but a look, a quiet acknowledgement that they weren't part of this. They weren't going, and that was their business. But you were going, and you looked good doing it. The walk was slow, dignified. You didn't run. You didn't play. You didn't get dirty. This was a sacred journey. From the secular space of home to the sacred space of church. And the outfit was the bridge. The transformation was visible, physical. And then you arrived, the church steps, the church doors, the vestibule where the ushers waited with their white gloves and their programs. You walked in, and people noticed. Especially if you were wearing something new. Oh, look at you. I love that dress. Is it new? And Mama would smile. Thank you. Yes, we got it last week. The children's hats and hair would get compliments. Her hair looks so pretty. You did that yourself? And Mama, proud, tired from staying up late, would say, yes, I did. Thank you. The men would shake hands. The women would hug, carefully, so as not to crush their hats or wrinkle their dresses. The kids would stand politely, hands folded, waiting for permission to go find their friends. And then you'd find your pew. Your family spot. The same spot every week, claimed by tradition. You'd sit down, smooth your dress, cross your ankles, fold your hands. The service would start. And all that work, the hot comb, the grease, the shoe polish, the ironing, the hat, the walk, all of it would culminate in this moment. Sitting in that pew, representing your family. Representing yourself. Looking like you belonged. Looking like you mattered, because you did. We do. Let me pause the memories for a moment and talk about what this really was. Because it's easy to look back at all of this and think it was just about appearances, about vanity, about trying to impress people. And sure, there was an element of that. We're human. We wanted to look good. But it was deeper than that. See, for black folks in the 70s and 80s, church wasn't just a religious institution. It was one of the only institutions we fully controlled. The white world could tell us where to live, where to work, where our kids could go to school. But inside those church walls, that was ours. The pastor was black. The choir was black. The ushers, the deacons, the mothers of the church, all black. That space was sacred in more ways than one. And how you presented yourself in that space mattered. Because the world outside told us we were less. Society told us we were poor, uneducated, unworthy. Every day, in 1,000 small ways, we got that message. But on Sunday we told a different story. We told the story of a people who took care of ourselves. Who took pride in what we had, even when it wasn't much. Who could turn a $15 pair of shoes into a work of art with shoe polish and elbow grease? Who could turn nappy hair into smooth, shining silk with nothing but heat and grease and patience? We told the story of dignity. And that's why Mama stayed up late on Saturday night, tired from working all week, to straighten your hair. That's why Daddy polished everyone's shoes until his hands smelled like kiwi. That's why Grandma wore that enormous hat even though it was heavy and hot. Because when we walked into that church, we were walking into the one place where we knew we were seen. We knew we were valued. And we wanted to honor that space the best way we knew how. This wasn't respectability politics in the negative sense. This wasn't about trying to make white people comfortable. This was about us, about our community. About maintaining standards because we said they mattered, not because anyone else did. And yes, it was also about survival. Because even within the black community, there was judgment. If you showed up looking raggedy, people talked. And that talk could affect your reputation, your job prospects, your social standing. We were already fighting the world outside. We couldn't afford to fight each other too. So we kept up appearances. We met the standard. We exceeded it when we could. But here, that's the thing that gets lost when people talk about this era. It wasn't all burden. It wasn't all respectability and pressure and fear of judgment. It was also beautiful. There was joy in the preparation. Real joy. The intimacy of sitting between Mama's knees while she did your hair. The satisfaction of seeing those shoes go from dull to shiny. The pride of wearing something clean and pressed, even if it was old. The way the whole family worked together on Saturday night to get ready for Sunday morning. That was love. That was connection. And the church itself, when you walked in and saw everyone dressed up, everyone shining, everyone putting their best foot forward, it was a celebration. A visual feast. The hats alone could make you weep. The colors, the shapes. The audacity of a 70-year-old woman wearing a hat the size of a steering wheel, tilted at a jaunty angle, with a feather that tickled the person behind her. It was glorious. This was black excellence before we had a hashtag for it. This was us, in our full humanity, refusing to be defined by what we lacked. We didn't have money, we didn't have power. But we had this. We had Sunday morning. And maybe that's why it hits so hard now, why it feels so nostalgic. Because we've lost some of that. Church attendance is down. The kids don't want to wear suits and dresses. Sneakers in church are common now. Hats are rare. The rituals have faded, and I'm not saying that's all bad. Traditions evolve, times change, but something was lost. That sense of occasion. That collective agreement that some spaces, some moments, required our very best. That showing up was an act of love for yourself, for your family, for your community, for God. We used to know how to do that. And we did it every single Sunday, with a hot comb and a jar of blue magic and a pair of shoes shined so bright you could see heaven in them. So here we are, 2025, and I wonder what happened to those hot combs. Are they in thrift stores now? Antique shops? Do young people even know what they are? Probably not. They have flat irons. Silk presses done at salons with temperature controls and heat protectant. They have YouTube tutorials and bonnet TikToks. They don't need to watch a cone turn orange on a stove flame. They don't need to smell that burnt hair grease smell on Saturday night and know, instinctively, that Sunday was coming. And I'm not mad about that. Progress is progress. Safety is good. Options are good. But I do wonder what we lost. Not the pain of the hot comb. We don't need to romanticize getting your edges burned. But the ritual, the preparation. The sense that some moments were sacred enough to demand our best, that showing up mattered, that being seen mattered. Because that's what Sunday morning was really about. Being seen, by God, yes, but also by each other. Seeing and being seen in our full dignity and our full humanity and our Sunday best. And maybe the lesson isn't that we need to bring back the hot comb and the church shoes, and the 3-hour getting ready process. Maybe the lesson is simpler. We used to know how to honor the sacred. We used to know how to show up. We used to understand that presentation wasn't shallow. It was respect. Respect for the space. Respect for the people. Respect for ourselves. And maybe in our sweatpants and sneakers and come-as-you-are culture, we could use a little of that back. Not the rules. Not the judgment, just the care. The intentionality. The idea that some things are worth the effort. Because our grandmothers, they knew. They stayed up late on Saturday night, waving that hot comb through the air to cool it down, because they knew. Church wasn't just 2 hours on Sunday. It was a statement, an act of resistance, a proclamation of worth. And maybe we could use more of that now. Not in the same way, but in the spirit of it. The idea that we are worth the effort, that our communities are worth showing up for. That the sacred still exists if we're willing to honor it. So the next time you see a picture of a black woman in a church hat, one of those glorious, impossible, magnificent hats, remember what it took to get there. Remember the hot comb smoke. Remember the shoe polish. Remember the little girl sitting between her mama's knees, trying not to move, trusting that the heat wouldn't burn her. Remember the love, because that's what it was. Love in a jar of blue magic. Love in a pair of polished shoes. Love in a Saturday night spent getting ready for Sunday morning. And maybe ask yourself, what do I show up for? What do I prepare for? What do I honor? Now it's your turn. Tell me, which of these memories hit home for you? Was it the hot comb? The smell of shoe polish? The way your mama checked behind your ears one more time before you left the house? Or maybe it's something I didn't mention, something specific to your family, your church, your Sunday morning. Drop it in the comments. Let's build this memory together, because these stories don't belong to just one person. They belong to all of us. And the more we share them, the more we keep them alive. Hit that like button if this took you back. Subscribe if you want more journeys into our past. And I'll see you next Sunday. Well, not see you, but you know what I mean. Take care of yourselves. Polish your shoes. Honor the sacred. Peace. But TriCloud can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.